Hello there, everybody. And I think I seen this clip they're talking about, but it was just really disappointing.
Our good old friend Pearly
We'll
Things
see.
is back, man. She had to sit down with Ethan Klein of all people, and she wanted
You
to
said?
really get down to the nook and cranny
What's it?
of what a lot of people had concerns with her with, man. First, she's going to talk about her ideology on
Do not know what
divorce.
this is
So how
about,
do you
actually.
push a policy that promotes family? Like, in what way can you force a family to stay together?
You can't force
or
nothing.
encourage it, in a sense.
Well, I think you first have to get rid of incentives that incentivize like women to leave families. So, for example, child support, alimony. I'm not really a fan of those.
Let's say
Actually, I think we should ban divorce too. Yeah, I think that
Ban
should
divorce.
be banned.
Then
Yes.
nobody would get married.
Okay, well, that's a little bit silly. You have to acknowledge that, right?
No. I just think that if you want to leave, you just shouldn't get married.
See,
I was wondering how she was gonna explain it, but that makes
sense.
Okay.
If you wanted to leave, you just should have never got married in the first place.
You never know. You
God
never know how
forbid
it's going to turn out.
any new events may occur within the marriage. Because at that point, you're SOL. You're shit out of luck. So if you ever thought about leaving, just don't ever get married.
That's real. I can't believe nobody else is talking
I don't know why.
That's good.
I mean, the wise words of Pearl.
I'm not joking. Like, that's prolific.
That is prolific.
Man.
She should be an author, man.
She should be an author.
A philosopher, man. Because I never even thought about it that way.
Because if you're saying you're not allowed to get divorced, so we're talking about, like, what if the relationship is physically abusive?
Mm-hmm.
Is she going to answer?
Yeah, I think if it's physically... See, this is the problem, though. All right. If it's one-sided physically abusive, okay, fine, divorce. We can allow divorce for those exceptions.
Allow.
But like, I've even talked to people that work at like abuse centers, and they say that the majority of abuse is mutual. So it's not just one side's hitting the other. It's like mutual. So
surely that's not every time.
I think. Yeah, I know.
But it's not healthier either.
You're the biggest pick me I've ever seen, bro. Fuck.
I wonder if she has real opinions before she then grifts.
No, she doesn't, bro.
She immediately grifts.
She just immediately, like, she hears a counter, she's like, grift? Let me grift a little bit more. Every circumstance where somebody goes through a divorce, y'all build it out to be like, oh man, women are just so malicious, these creatures who are just demonic with the way that they just take men's money. Like, oh my God. Most men who are getting divorces are like average earning men who are not paying alimony, who pay very little child support, and even then they don't even pay it all the time. Women are not going through the headache and trauma and emotional strain to divorce men for $400 a month in child support.
I think alimony should get packed the fuck up, but child support can't get packed up because it's not for anybody. Like, it's for the child. Like, I think the bias in family court should be packed up.
Yeah.
But child support is necessary because if the child can't survive because there's no financial means to, like, that's not fair.
Regardless, though, Pearl, you're talking out the side of your neck. These are all exceptions.
Also, it kind of sounds like something you would say, like, if you didn't really, like, ever
have experience, right?
Ever.
Yeah.
You don't think women should get the right to vote?
No, I don't.
That's crazy.
Okay, so are you serious or are you kidding?
No, I'm serious.
Okay, so women shouldn't have the right to vote.
Because men are signed up for selective service, so they're fined $300,000 if they don't sign up for selective service when they're 18.
Really?
Do you think women should be drafted into the army?
Wait, really? Because I got the... I don't know if I should be saying this because they gonna come after me, but I got the paper, and I don't know what a paper at. When I was 18, I don't know what that shit gone.
I think if we want the same rights, it comes with the same responsibilities.
Do you think women should be drafted into the army?
No.
Okay, so then there's a paradox.
No, but that's my point. I'm saying, like, let's make it fair.
Like, if you're a contributing member to society, you get a chance to vote. There's democracy. If you don't believe in that, you need to pack it up. Okay, there's a place called North Korea. You're gonna love it there. All right, and there's not as much rights, but you won't have your right to vote. So you can fit in just fine with those North Korean niggas that don't have that right that they would die for.
A lot of times as women, we're told that we can just wait forever, get married at 35 and have a bunch of kids, and that's just not true.
Who's saying that?
I just think it's the message that's pushed by the media and culture today. And so
What are-
I'm not saying it to dog on women, but I just think a lot of times like we're lied to. I mean, we have men are called ageist if they don't want younger women.
I want, as we say this, I listen to what she's saying. I want you all to understand the irony of it all. That Pearl is in her mid, going on late 20s.
Damn.
And she's going through the exact same thing that she's shitting on women for right now.
Really?
She's literally in the process of transitioning to this woman who will be in her 30s trying to start a family. She's literally a part of it. The irony of it is laughable.
True.
your
And a lot of
point-
times
you're
it's women.
You're speaking to women. You're saying past 22, your
I
value's
mean,
going down. And,
yes.
and your
22
message,
crazy.
Your value
it
on
would
the
be like
sexual
25.
marketplace. So your value, like that doesn't mean like your personal worth. I'd like to just clarify that. But yeah.
22?
Yes.
Nah.
22
But that's
crazy.
what this.
22?
But the irony of
I
it
would
is,
say
I think
like
she's
28,
27.
25.
You think that she thinks that
The value
But
goes
like
down at
that's
20,
pushing.
at 22. Yes.
That's pushing what I'm saying. That's like
At 22.
early.
Bro,
From a
what?
man's perspective, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like I don't think to myself, 25, ill. That's like,
Yeah,
no, I don't
like-
think that. I'm not running to 22-year-olds or or
what?
20-year-olds.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow, I've never
Well,
heard
I'm
that.
21,
I've
so
never heard a damn
yeah.
First time hearing that. Wow.
And you're a man, right?
Yeah, I've never heard nobody say,
Have you
"Damn,
ever-
she what? 20?
24. Fuck no.
I don't know, bro.
Yo, where the 19-year-olds at? Like, I've never heard that a day in my life.
That is crazy.
I've never heard it before. Yo, for Nick, hey, yo, I'll be honest with you.
Hey, but I think after 30, you need to start seriously thinking about it. At 32,
Yeah.
you should probably start panicking if you want kids. If you don't want kids, there's nothing to panic about. But it just depends on the life you want to have. I can't.
She's
what's
saying
the
you need to
reason
start panicking at 22. Nigga. She's saying you're a decade late, nigga.
saying it like
4 years
core of it
after
is
high school.
true, but
High
the
school.
way she's explaining it is fucking stupid. Like, it's true. Like, in media, most of the time they just tell you like, oh, just have fun, have fun. So what people do is they spend their entire 20s having fun, and it's your life at the end of the day. Like, look, if you want to do that. But she's right. The media and culture is telling people that your 20s is for fun.
For sure.
I did agree with that.
I'm telling my future kids, your 20s is when you should be figuring out what the fuck you're doing. So, like, you can have fun, but you better be figuring things out along the way, not just fucking going to party after party after party, wasting your life away.
Strategic mistakes.
Yeah, I spent my 20s doing what I enjoyed. So, it's your life. You get to make decisions. 22 is such a crazy
22 is such a
cutoff.
Yeah, it's just a cutoff.
Yeah, I think she's giving advice to people just to. She's grifting. She's trying to make money at the end of the
I
day.
would say she's just
She wouldn't
grifting,
give this
you know.
advice to anybody she gives a fuck about. She's just trying to make a point, and sometimes it's just the shock value of saying stupid shit like women shouldn't be able to vote, and that's what she does.
Yeah.
She will get some clicks and attention from the shock value of the dumb shit that she says. She knows that, and then she's gonna try and pivot to something that probably makes a little bit more sense because that's how she onboards people to the type of content that she makes.
She also this is the one. This is the one though. This is the one.
This is the one.
This is the one. She's going to explain to us. Remember when she said that slavery was embellished? She got in a huge heap of trouble. She's going to explain to us what part of she's now going to explain to us how it was embellished.
So do you agree with that premise that slavery was embellished or no?
There are parts that are under embellished and there are parts that are over embellished. I think it just depends what we're
That's
talking
so
about.
interesting. I've got to know what was over embellished about slavery. Just
Bruh.
like one example, I'm dying to know. I genuinely want to know how it was embellished.
Yeah.
She's stuck, bro.
What
She
can't
got
we talk
nothing.
about? Come on.
I mean, I could show you the video I was quoting, but it's just I'd rather not get into this. So because that's literally the founder of or the guy who made Roots said
What'd
I
you
wanted
say?
a myth for my people to live by.
Yeah.
So they often, but that's what they do is they
So
embellish.
then you say, but here's what they do.
And I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible.
I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible.
Right, but they want to make it like more horrible.
But they want to make it more horrible.
that they can control people.
So that they can control people.
Ooh.
Right, but
Nick
5
Fuentes
minutes,
agrees.
Oh,
but
damn.
wait, oh my gosh. 5 minutes before I say Sowell talks about this in his book. So I'm communicating in the interview that I'm
No.
quoting an author.
You're not being honest.
Like-
You also said George Washington was
See, like a lot of people don't like H3, but I guess you could say me included. But I don't really care because I don't really know him or watch him. But some of the stuff he be doing be like, why are you even doing that? Like with the Andrew Tate shit, spreading false shit. Why are you even doing that? But that's neither here nor there. But this is very interesting. He is getting on people's good graces after this,
Was
I
viewed
guess.
from his slaves like a father. I guess that's part of what the part of what the myth, I guess, is that not all slave owners were evil. Some were father figures like George Washington.
Is she gonna add on?
Did you say that?
And it wasn't as simple as he could have just like let them go because the debt that's incurred on
I like how you had the clip ready, bro.
them, like you can't just release them. And so his slaves actually like he had a really good relationship with them, and they considered him like a dad.
What's your source for that?
I really like how he had the clip ready.
That was from a Thomas Sowell book.
That's one of the craziest things I've heard in so long.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So insane.
That's insane.
It's hilarious.
To Pearl, I'm assuming what you're referring to is like the difference between a house slave and a field slave, and some of the house slaves receiving more just better treatment from their masters because they were in their house. I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. Well, that is very well documented. Claiming that it was a good relationship is completely written in the scope of, or the lens of, the slave owner. Most of what those slaves are doing at that time would definitely be viewed as just a survival tactic to just do what they need to be done, even if it means to put up an act of having a good relationship with their master. No one in their life would ever say that someone who is still viewed as less than, regardless of how they're being treated, would define that as a good relationship. You imbecile. You're just dumb.
Insane.
You're dumb. You're an idiot.
It's true that there are some people in their own communities that would sell slaves to the Europeans. That's true too. They would literally collect them and then fucking convince them and sell these people. That's true too. It doesn't make all of it not fucking dog shit activity and dog shit behavior. That's insanity. That's insane. And coming from the person who says it's not the exception, it's the rule.
I know, right? Which is that's the
craziest exception in the rule.
That's literally why I keep getting to my point. Like, you're making these arguments off of some of the smallest exceptions I've ever heard in my life. Sure, maybe so. There were some slaves who had better relationships with their owners than other slaves. But those were the exceptions, bro.
They were treated like property regardless, champ. The relationship would go to shit if their slave decided to not show up for work for one day. So...
yeah, God forbid they start acting like a human, because at that point...
if nigga took one vacation day...
oh, man, fuck. It's done already.
I don't feel good today. I'm sick.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure there may have been some. But the same way through this interview, she was talking about how when they brought up the Abba word, about how Ethan was like, well, what if the woman gets raped? Is that a good enough reason? Or if the woman's life is at jeopardy, is that a good reason? Instead of just answering that, she just went around the bill. That's an exception. I don't really know. That's the exception. That's the exception. That's the exception.
I'm assuming your stance is abortion should be off the table in any situation.
Yes.
So if a dad rapes his daughter, then she needs to give birth to that baby.
That's less than 1% of cases. Why do you guys always
no.
I know,
but that's important, Pearl.
Bring up the most,
because
for my point on this, right? This is what I'm gonna say, right? If one person out of the two people who helped create the baby wants the kid should be had. That's all I have to say about that. If nobody wants it, I say it like it's not human, but if nobody wants the kid, then sure, you could abort it. But if one person out of the two want it, then the kid should be had, even though it's the woman's body. Yeah, I know. But that's how I see it, bro. If one of the two people who helped create that baby want to keep the baby, then it should be allowed. Because if the woman wants to keep it, she could keep it. But then if the guy wants to keep it, it's not up to him. It's up to the woman. So, see?
Because if
and then they can give up responsibilities and whatnot.
You're using the exception to expound on something that I don't think that you truly believe. You just want to fit in.
This whole country was built off of
Jesus. The great relationships.
The spectacular relationships.
Good relationships between black and white people. Yeah. The fantastic relationships that they had. No, not all, not all
No,
fast.
yeah.
Then obviously not.
There was some bad times here or there. The ones working inside were able to enjoy their time. They got the AC and whatnot.
Obviously, like, you know, somewhere here and somewhere there.
But we cannot overlook the fantastic.
They gotta see the homeowner's wife all the time. Not get accused of anything that might happen.
ones. The great relationships that were just built off of. We just cannot forget about those.
This dumb
Who
fucking
the fuck are you?
bitch. Oh my god, I fucking hate that she said. That's so fucking stupid. Holy.
I was kind of hoping
His
this was
voice
like
changed.
a good faith interview.
Wait,
It
what's
doesn't-
bad faith? I'm literally showing you clips of you saying stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. What about this interview has been bad faith?
I just think you're kind of trying to push an agenda, and you're not. Yeah,
Bruh.
I just think you're trying to
But
push.
that's a clip of you saying that. You can disavow it. That'd be super easy to say I was wrong.
Interview where I'm quoting somebody. Like if you watch the full interview, I am quoting somebody. Facts about your parents. To
You,
this interview.
dude, you knew you were coming to talk to me for weeks.
Could have easily done that.
I
You're
know,
welcome.
but I thought we were talking about the issues, not like my family.
When you're talking about,
you didn't know any of the backlash I got. Like because you got that clip from an like
Okay, who cares?
We're not here to protect your reputation.
Yeah, I mean, who cares?
We
Let's
don't
say
care.
I didn't know about it to the extent that it was such an issue for you, but let's just say it was. I mean,
I do have to go though because I have a show coming up. So
okay, let's just end on this note.
mhm.
Slavery was embellished because some masters had good relationships with their masters. Some slaves had good relationships with their masters.
All right.
But don't you see how easy it is to just say, I don't think it was embellished? I don't think it's a secret.
You guys act just like Abba preach.
Like,
you
Pearl,
act just like them.
Wait, Pearl, I don't think it's a secret that some masters had good relationships with their slaves. I don't think that's a secret. There's been a whole diverse.
Thank you. I really appreciate you having me on. I'm gonna go. Thank you,
George.
Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate.
You know, and the reason why I think that's very frustrating is because, Pearl, you and a lot of other red pill content creators, you all bring women to shows ill-informed, ill-prepared, and dunk on them routinely. That is what you all do. Have conversations with talking points and statistics and knowing that the women that you all bring are ill-prepared and ill-informed. Here you are having an interview about talking points that you said you claim to believe, you stand by, and instead of just having that conversation and properly being informed, something that you're even prepared for, you then run and coward because somebody's pressing you back on information that, again, you provided to everyone else. No one is mixing up your words. No one's manipulating you. You knew about the conversation. You knew about it. And so now when you're getting dunked on, now you want to run and hide, even though you and many other red pill content creators do that to other people all the time.
Whether or not you agree or disagree with any political, this person, or any person that talks about ideas, there's just there's like a level of research or expertise you would expect to be done before getting on these type of shows. H3 is saying she knew about it for weeks and still she has somebody sitting there coaching her and walking through what to say. It's obvious that she's an actor.
About things that she said too.
Yeah, this woman is an actor, man. She is being told what to say and do and think depending on what's going to work for her audience. She's not getting on the show except that it's one of the biggest podcasts on the planet. She's not interested in having conversations. She's interested in siphoning more of an audience. I guarantee if Playback had 4 million views per video, she would be talking to us about dumb shit the way she just did with H3.
Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell. If you want to see Pearl get dunked on again.
It's been happening a lot, man.
Happened a lot lately, man. It's been a
See, what I was talking about at the beginning of this video was I seen another clip of her where it was like two guys talking about like men and their feelings and shit, and then she was like, she just came in with some other type of stuff, and yeah, that's what I was talking about. I just seen that randomly. Fine is calling your ideas silly. You're either very right or very wrong. How the fuck was I agreeing with Ethan in this video? I'm just saying, I'm like, bro, normally nobody agrees with him, but bro is on the positive? Huh? But yeah, like, subscribe, see you guys later. Hope you have a good day or night, and bye.